Hey, my name is Nick Lockard. I'm the worship leader here at the house, and this is my story. Growing up, I had a great family. I had a mom and dad who loved me. I had a brother who, while he picked on me, he was still an amazing brother. He loved me the same. I grew up in church. Every time the doors were open, we were there. Whether my brother and I wanted to be there or not, Mom and Dad made us go. When I was in 8th grade, I started playing music. Everything was going great. I started playing on the worship team. I started singing at other churches and just getting involved in music in general. And I got very comfortable with being on stage and playing music. And it was a great time, and it was some awesome development, and just amazing things were happening. And music was a really big part of my life, and worship was a big part of my life. And I was just so thankful to be a part of something, because I just really didn't know where I fit. I got pressured a lot to make sure that I was living the right way and make sure that I wasn't messing up, because if people saw it, then it would affect everybody, and then I would get kicked off the stage, and then people would be hurt, and then this and that. And so I struggled a lot with trying to maintain perfection when that wasn't realizable. And a lot of times it felt like if I wasn't doing the best that anybody could expect, then I just wasn't worth the time. And so for a long time I struggled with who I was. I struggled with why I was doing what I was doing. Am I doing it for people? I know I'm supposed to do it for God, but it feels like I'm not doing anything right. I remember the first time I actually really got to talk to Stephen. I saw him speak at a worship night that I played at. There was a conference at this church, and he went up on the stage, and the pastor said, "This is Stephen Sexton. He's launching a church in Northwest Arkansas. We're so excited to be a part." And I remember God telling me, "You need to talk to him about that church." And so when I moved up here, he asked me to be on the worship team and to lead. And it was such an amazing thing to be asked to lead worship. I'd been on a worship team a lot, and I had led before, but to be put in this place was kind of surprising, honestly. I realized that God placed me here strategically. It wasn't an accident, because He has a purpose for my life. And for so long, when I struggled with knowing who I was and thinking about, am I doing the right thing? Am I making sure that I never make any mistake or anything like that? Things started to change when I came up here. I started to realize that God loves me no matter where I am, and I can make mistakes and I can mess up, but God's still there for me. His love doesn't change for me. And so I don't have to worry about earning His love. All I have to worry about is loving Him in return. So I'm so blessed to have finally been able to find a church that has helped me move forward and grow in the identity that God has for me. And that's my story.